The Jack Benny Program with Jack's special guest, Milton Berle.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show. Now, the reason I brought out these two violins is I want to clear up something once and for all. You know, I've received so many letters from people who do not believe that I actually own a Stradivarius. That they don't believe that I would pay $30,000 for a violin. But I think this will explain why I did. Now, this is the ordinary, inexpensive violin that I use just on my television shows. And this is the $30,000 Stradivarius that I use in my concerts. And I'm going to show you why this is worth every dollar that I paid for it. Now, first, listen to this cheap one. This is the cheap one. Just listen to it. Now, here is my Stradivarius. And I want you to listen to the difference. See, there's no substitute for quality. Would someone take these violins off, please?
Stay with it, folks. I'll be out later. Keep awake. There'll be no sleeping while he's on.
Milton! Come back here.
What do you want?
Look, Milton, why would you come out here now before you were supposed to?
You're getting so good. Why would you? What are you kidding? You asked for somebody to help you, so I brought the violins. I took them off.
Help you?
Yeah.
You came out here because you can't stand other people getting laughs.
That's not true. It hurts, but I can stand it.
Never mind. Just get off the stage and come back when you're introduced.
Jack, I was only doing a bit. I asked.
Will you please get off?
I was clowning around, Jack.
I don't care if you were clowning. Get off until you're introduced. Now get off and stay off.
Shouting, Jack.
Stay off.
Stay off. All right, I will. He's just mad because I'm also a dramatic actor.
Off! Oh, yes. I want to explain to you how Stradivarius made such a superior violin. Now, a lot of people think it was in the varnish, you see, but that's not quite true. You see, the secret was that when the varnish was dry, he rubbed it with the oil of an anchovy that dripped off a hot pizza. As a matter of fact, that's really how the custom started of holding a violin with a napkin under your chin. Now, but getting on with the show, it gives me great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce a fine comedian, whom I'm very happy to have as my guest star, Mr. Milton Berle. Milton, it's real nice having you on my show.
Don't touch me.
Milton. Milton. Mr. Berle. Mr. Television.
Yes?
What are you so upset about?
What am I upset? You got a smile on your face and you ask me what I'm upset about.
Yes.
You embarrassed me in front of millions of people.
But I was only kidding.
Kidding? Jack, I know when you're not kidding. You think just because I get laughs and because I'm a comedian and I come out and tell jokes and everything that I'm not sensitive? I'm sensitive. I mean, that's true. I am. Do you think I like to walk down the street and hear people say, "There goes Milton Berle, that uncouth loudmouth"?
But who says that?
I hear it every day. My wife is the biggest offender. She says he's got such a big mouth.
Milton. Milton, you're crying.
Anchovies?
Look, do me a favor, will you?
What's that?
And get ready for the sketch that we're going to do. Now, when you leave,
Yes?
Milton, don't do that crazy walk of yours that you always do.
Which
you know that thing of... Don't do that.
I won't
will you?
do that, Jack.
I mean, walk like I do.
What is it?
I said walk like I do.
Walk like you do?
Yeah.
I'll do it, Jack. I may get arrested, but I'll do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, with all the meanness, violence, and murder on television, people are asking, where are the stories about the decent people in the world? The people who have dedicated their lives to being kind and doing good. Well, our play tonight concerns just such a person, a truly fine gentleman. It's entitled, The Story of Jonathan Goodhart, or There Is No Such Thing as a Bad Boy.
Would you care for some more coffee, madame?
No, thank you.
Mr. Goodhart?
No, thanks. And that was a wonderful dinner tonight.
Oh, well, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. And thank you for the raise.
Another raise? Why, that's the third time you've raised his salary.
Well, what's wrong with that?
We only hired him yesterday.
Well, you know how I love to make people happy.
Oh, Jonathan. Jonathan, I'm so proud to be your wife. You know, darling, if they had a contest for goodness, you would be first, Santa Claus would be second, and Albert Schweitzer would be third.
Well, I wouldn't say that, darling. Schweitzer could be second, and Santa Claus could be third.
We have been happy together, haven't we, Jonathan?
Yes, we have, except for that one void in my life. If I only had a son.
But, darling, I thought that you were so happy with Rover.
I was. But somehow, it didn't work out when I took him into the business. J.W. Goodhart and dog.
Darling, if you want a son that badly, tomorrow we'll go to the orphanage and we'll adopt one.
Oh, sweetheart, you've made me so happy.
And now we'll bring in some boys so you can pick out a little angel for your very own. Children, will you come in, please?
Say, he's a big one. Why is a boy that size still here?
He's been adopted 15 times, but they keep sending him back. He's a bad boy.
There's no such thing as a bad boy.
Oh, isn't this one cute?
Yes, he is.
And this one is nice too.
Yes. I feel sorry for him.
What's your name, little boy?
My name's Joey.
Oh, Joey, isn't he cute?
He's a lush, a real wino.
How about this one, Jonathan?
Communist.
Communist?
Oh, darling. Darling, it's so hard to choose, isn't it?
No, it isn't, sweetheart. I've made my decision. I want him.
Really, I don't think he's for you. Really, as I told you, he's a very bad boy.
Remember, there's no such thing as a bad boy.
He's right. Only bad girls, and I've known quite a few.
You know, you seem to be a fine lad.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
What's your name?
Marvin.
Marvin the rat. I'm telling you, sir, he's a very bad boy.
Please. I told you. There's no such thing as a bad boy. Well, come on, Rat. Your mommy and daddy will take you to your new home.
Thank you, Daddy.
Come, sweetheart.
Come on. Goodbye. Goodbye, boys. Goodbye. Goodbye, Mr. Zillman.
Your new home, darling. Now come right in.
There, here we are, Marvin.
Oh, gee, this is a nice place. I'm going to be so happy here. Beautiful, Daddy and Mommy.
Jonathan, call the governess.
Oh, yes. Marvin, I have a surprise for you.
Really?
Oh, Miss Thompson.
Daddy, you brought me my first toy.
That's not a toy. That's your governess. Your governess. Your governess.
I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm very sorry.
Now, we'll go and get your room ready.
Come along, dear.
Hello. Who are you?
I'm the butler.
The butler, huh? Well, just don't stand there. Go make me a martini. Yeah, I said make me a martini and put a cookie in it. I'm a child.
What happened?
Oh, that son of yours kicked me. Oh, sir, he's a very bad boy.
Please. There's no such thing as a bad boy.
You say so, sir.
All right, 7:30. Time for you to go to bed.
Go to bed, Daddy. Go to bed.
No, she means you. Good night.
Good night, Daddy. I got my bag. Good night.
Wait, Marvin.
Yes, Daddy.
Aren't you going to kiss Mommy goodnight?
Sure.
You'll have to admit, our dog never did that.
Good night.
Jonathan, I know how fond you are of Marvin, but there's something that I think you ought to know.
What's that, dear?
Well, when I went to hang up his coat, this fell out. And that's not all. I also found a gun, a blackjack, and brass knuckles.
Very upsetting to me. Imagine having a wife who goes through someone else's pockets.
Darling, you're missing the whole whole point. How about all those terrible things that he has?
Dear, put aside your suspicions. And always remember, there's no such thing as a bad boy. Now, let's go to bed.
All right, darling. Oh, no, wait a minute. You better put my jewelry in the safe.
Okay, darling.
Here.
This.
The ring.
Mm-hmm.
And the earrings.
There we are. Okay.
Well,
Oh, Daddy. Hello, Mommy. Where's the chicken leg?
Chicken.
This is the refrigerator, isn't it?
the refrigerator.
Well, you see, at the orphanage, they always used to lock up the food.
You see, darling, I knew he'd have an explanation. Son, this isn't the refrigerator.
No, Daddy?
This is a safe where Mommy keeps all her jewelry and Daddy keeps all his money. And someday, this money will all belong to you.
You mean, Daddy, if something happens to you, excuse the tear in my eye, but if something happens to you, I'll get all the money?
That's right. Daddy made a new will today.
A new will?
He put you in and took the dog out.
Yeah.
Well, good night, Daddy. I got to go back to my room and plan. I mean, sleep. Good night, Daddy. Good night, Mommy.
Never mind. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? You thought he was robbing the safe. If I told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. There's no such thing as a bad boy.
Bye, Daddy. What are you doing? I have a tooth that, Daddy, it's loose, and I was going to shoot it out.
I'm glad you told me, because for a minute I thought you were...
Daddy, come over to the window and look at the parade, Daddy. Look at the parade. Just look out the window. Look at the parade.
Parade?
Yeah.
There's no parade.
Oh, it probably turned the corner. Why don't you open the window, put your head out, and look around the corner? Go ahead, Daddy.
I told you there was no parade.
Oh, boy. Am I disappointed. Why don't you come over here and sit in the chair, huh? Well, not that chair, Daddy. No, this chair.
This is my chair where I always
Yeah,
sit.
but, Daddy, this chair is more comfortable. Why don't you sit down right over here, Daddy, huh? Fine.
But why? Why do you want me to sit in this chair?
Well, you see, the reason...
Oh, sir, this is such a beautiful turkey that before I dress it and put it into the oven, I'd like to know exactly how you want it prepared. I'm asking early because a bird of this size will take 5 or 6 hours to roast.
Well, I wanted to be stuffed with sage dressing.
Yes,
see,
sage dressing.
and some nice mashed potatoes and thick giblet
Oh,
gravy.
just a moment, sir. I know how particular you are. I'd better write this down.
I almost sat on that chair.
Daddy, make a wish.
Never mind that. Marvin, ever since you came to this house, something funny has been going on. Now, what are you up to?
Well, you see, Daddy...
Sir, I can tell you, he's been trying to kill you. He tried to shoot you, he tried to cut your head off with a window, and with this chair, he tried to electrocute you.
Marvin, one more thing like that, and you go back to the orphanage.
Get out of here, you dirty stool.
Marvin, darling. Oh, you finally got rid of that old... Oh, he shrunk, didn't he? Oh, Jonathan. You're not dead. You're alive.
Yes, of course I'm still alive.
Oh.
Wait a minute. You two are in this together. You've both been planning to murder me.
Oh, all right. So you finally know. I got so sick and tired of your being so good. Ah.
Come on, let's stop fooling around. Now, let's take a look in here. Let's see what's in the will. See what it says here.
I leave all my money to my son Marvin, and I know he will share half of it with his mommy.
My mommy, oh yeah?
I do this in my right mind because I am truly convinced there's no such thing as a bad boy.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you've enjoyed the show tonight. I'll be back again next week. That's right, I'll be back. Because during that last scene, the gun that I used had real bullets in it.
Well, I've got news for you.
Jack.
I'm still alive. Now, I knew you'd play that kind of a trick with real bullets, so I wore a bulletproof vest. So, ladies and gentlemen, tune in next week because I will be back.
Yeah, and I know you're going to enjoy him because I've always said there's no such thing as a bad comedian. Thank you. Well,
good night, folks. I'll be seeing you soon.